$450,000 women in England have missed out on a breast cancer screening on the NHS, and IT failures being blamed for not sending the invitations. Some of them have gone on to develop the disease. Women aged 50 to 70 are encouraged to have a screening every 3 years, but the importance of checking yourself can't be understated. Breast cancer awareness charity Copperfield teamed up with Sexpression Sheffield last night to host a charity fundraiser in the city centre. Cameron Green's been to find out more.
I'm here at the annual Copperfield and Sexpression booth benefit. Let's see what it's all about.
The event was held to help raise funds for the Copperfield charity.
Copperfield is an awareness charity, so we don't do any research, we don't do medical testing, anything like that. Instead, what we simply do is encourage young people to go out there and check their booths, make sure they know the signs of breast cancer, what to look out for, learn what's normal for them, and encourage them to go to their GP if there is anything.
Copperfield also worked with Sexpression Sheffield, a student-led independent charity.
So we're working together on the Copperfield and Sexpression booth benefit this year to raise awareness of self-examination, particularly to do with people's breasts and hips, but in general it's a positive thing when it comes to being aware for your own breast health, but it's also a positive thing for your own body confidence, body awareness, and just taking responsibility for your own health.
So after updating my wardrobe at the clothes swap, I was surprised to learn that I wasn't the biggest boob in the room. I was also surprised to learn what else the organisers had in store.
We've got a stall so that we can demonstrate some of the different things that we've got. We've also got a couple of performances by a cappella and Beatbox Society.
Who doesn't love a bit of seal?
This is Cameron Green for Just News, and remember, Copperfield.
Sheffield scientists have been fundamental in giving hope to those living with the disease multiple sclerosis. MS is a condition which affects the nerves and is caused when the immune system isn't working properly. Scientists based at the Royal Hallamshire Hospital effectively rebooted patients' immune systems, which is what they're calling a game-changing treatment for MS sufferers. Cameron Green is in the studio to tell us more. Cam, what kind of research has been carried out?
So yeah, Emily, essentially as you said, patients were given a kind of stem cell treatment, and it's because most people with multiple sclerosis have a type called relapsing remitting MS. So this trial is the first ever trial into those people who are suffering from that condition. It involved 110 patients, 55 received this new special kind of treatment, while 55 others received conventional drug treatment.
And what does the treatment involve?
Well, the treatment essentially rebuilds a patient's immune system using their own stem cells harvested from their own blood and bone marrow to reset it to a point before they contracted MS. It's currently only suitable for patients with the relapsing remitting form of MS who have failed to respond to standard treatments, however.
What does this mean for the future treatment of MS sufferers?
Well, it looks really promising. The investigators involved in the study are very pleased with the findings because during the treatment follow-up period, the signs of the disability improved greatly in people who were involved in the trial. Significantly as well, no one involved in the trial suffered any significant side effects. However, Professor John Snowden, who is the consultant haematologist on the MIST trial, says longer-term evaluation is necessary at this point, and patients treated will be followed up until 2021.
That sounds really positive. Thanks, Cam.
Okay, join me here in Elsa Canal outside the Milton Arms, where the tour will be passing through on Friday. As you can see, the whole town is decorated with bunting. The village is going for the Best Dressed Village Award at the tour this year. Now, the tour has been running for the last 4 years. This is the 4th year. It began in 2014 when Yorkshire was picked to host the Grand Depart. Now, that was such a success that the following year the Tour de Yorkshire was born. But last year's event was such a huge success that this year they've actually added an extra day to the event. So the event will run from Thursday to Sunday. Women's races will take place on Thursday and Friday, and men's races will take place every day over the weekend. Now, last year's event brought about £60 million in revenue to the areas that hosted it, and brought about 2 million people out to watch the event. So hopefully this year will be just as big. Back to you guys.
Strike action by university lecturers in protest against proposed changes to pension schemes has unfortunately disrupted university life for many this week. Our reporter Joe Fletcher has been to the University of Sheffield to uncover how the strike has affected students.
Scenes of protest at the University of Sheffield. Lecturers angry about a proposed change to their pension scheme. I spoke to some picketers to hear their side of the story.
Because of the end of defined benefits, younger lecturers would stand to lose probably around £10,000 per annum.
Later, I spoke to the head of the Students' Union.
Yes, so I'm in support of it, and so is Sheffield Students' Union. We're running a campaign called #SaveStaffPensions. The response we've seen to that has actually been completely incredible. The student support, the outpouring of support for lecturers has been absolutely immense.
But it seems that his optimism isn't shared by the whole body of students that he represents.
The university have sent out correspondence regarding the reasons for the strike, but many students feel there's been a breakdown in communication regarding how the strike action will affect them personally.
My lectures are cancelled till Easter holidays. I've already struggled with this degree. I work very hard. I'm barely scraping the 2-1, so this is impacting me.
The minimum they could do is at least tell us why they're striking and justify it to us.
Obviously about the pensions and the bin cuts and stuff like that. I'm not sure about the specifics, but the information is very readily available. And there's been a few emails, and obviously there's the leaflets going around by people on campus. So.
However students may feel on the matter, the proposed strike action could well run its full course. It's due to end on the 16th of March. Joe Fletcher, JUS News, Sheffield.